stated.
Alright, we're back here.
That's where everyone who's died.
And it was set up so had a bot.
In other words, if the blue light is on,
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were, and there were only.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on.
That's simple. Just for.
That's right. Any. But according to the lights in the box.
You're seeing a dead body?
I got it! The mastermind.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have. And yet.
Then. It may very well be. That's including Monokuma's executions. There have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies.
Dead this entire time.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
But
Yeah. Are you telling me one of them faked their death, essentially?
I will tell you, I'll give you one hint. All of them are certainly dead. No one became a zombie.
Misplaced the body somewhere?
No. They're most certainly dead.
Since all of them are dead.
Everyone has died on screen in the game.
So then he must have pulled out a body and switched it over with Monokuro or some shit like that. In order.
You'll see.
I'm completely lost.
Dead and alive at the same time.
So what, they were kept alive?
I got it!
No.
What about it?
They ain't no pseudoscience like that.
Killed twice?
Officially, but one of the victims may have been murdered.
Murdered and...
If that's the case, there could have been.
Technically, you're right, I guess.
Could easily have happened. No,
sounds like you're already convinced.
it was Mukuro before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab.
No, that's crazy talk. Besides, who could that suck?
All you have to do is look at those bodily.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally... Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Oh yeah! Jim.
Shoot!
Look at Mukuro's fatal
Who
injury.
is this someone? Was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando,
Look at the
Kiyotaki, Fumi?
details. Look at the details.
Celestia, Lou, whatever. Or maybe...
Sakura, no, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
What I'm saying, buddy, is someone in this game was killed that way, and we've seen it happen on the screen.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
That would make sense. Yeah.
Shoot! Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu, whatever?
You will need to absorb
Or
a
maybe Sakura Ogami? No, no, no. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Who is this someone else? Was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No,
There's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone else that Muku? Was it Sayaka Maizono, Junko Enoshima, Leon Kuwata?
That's it. You failed.
Shoot!
Leon. You picked Leon?
It makes sense, brother, you know. I mean, he was impounded with holes everywhere.
Nah, brother, you're not making the connection, brother.
Don't
Look
worry,
at how
I got you.
Mukuro
I refuse to give up yet!
I got you, brother. I got you. I got you.
Who is the only person in the game that was killed that way?
I got you. I got you. I got you. Watch. My mind. This time.
who is this someone else? Was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial, or
Maybe Sakura. Oh, no. There's no way anyone was murdered
Now
twice.
you have to understand, where is Monokuma wrong? You see, he's just naming a bunch of people and he's saying murdered twice.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it
Who was murdered
Sayaka,
twice in this
Junko,
investigation?
Enoshima?
Got it. I
No,
knew it.
it's wrong.
I knew it. I knew it was her.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury?
What do you mean?
The pipes in the hands.
Well, remember what she was impaled by a bunch of
It makes so much.
And Mukuro died from a number when you compare that to the...
Yes, and those are the only... That explains why those...
So let me see if I have it. Junko, or someone going by that name. Then her body was kept in the biolab. Only this time, it was...
It all matches up, right?
It's really true? Wait, scary.
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true
Jennifer,
identity of the
only
mastermind?
9 victims.
Who is it?
Junko
Who's behind all this?
posing as Junko, then was murdered.
She took Junko's body
So Mukuro's not dead?
and made it look like
Mukuro's
she
dead
was
for sure.
so...
She was killed
silence.
by the
Then
mastermind. She was impaled by the spears.
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
I'm telling you, brother, it just works. It works, brother. Don't
Raymond, no guessing, Raymond.
What are you talking about?
Found in the
Boy,
garden,
you
Guessing,
could.
you know.
Oh,
it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's
Look through your
body was
bullets.
her. So the mastermind's... True
It's gotta be
identity
the
is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Alright, Raymond, I'll ask you a question. What is Toko wrong about?
that the mastermind's identity is Mukuro. It's not.
Shoot!
How do you know that?
The body we found in the garden,
You have to
wasn't
be
Mukuro.
sure that the body
Then
in
she's
the
still
garden
alive?
was Mukuro.
That's
sure
right.
that?
She made it look like
Behind the
Junko's body was her.
Monokuma
So the
files.
mastermind's true
see.
identity is
See.
Mukuro. Shoot!
Oh, damn. Okay.
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
No, Monokuma files. See, Monokuma though.
Shoot! The body we found in the garden,
Look at the profile.
it wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
It's the details. It's in the details.
No. The body's appearance
You
and
have to
measurements
read,
are
Ray.
right, Kyoko?
You gotta listen.
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall. Everything in her profile is consistent with that course.
No, I thought it would make sense, Nathan. You know, I was just saying, I feel like I was getting really close.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo.
I get you, buddy. I got you.
Someone look, but they're... Okay.
I'll tell you it's not Monokuma.
Hina, it's gotta be you.
No, it's not Hina either. Now how is that possible, Randy?
Got it. She's gone. He's gone. She's gone. She's definitely dead. It's gotta be Mondo.
No, Randy. You just don't understand. You're not connecting the points, Randy. Point.
I'm looking at the people. I'm looking at
Mukuro died as who?
That's it. There can only be one person. It's gotta be Junko. You know, it's gotta be her.
Now, if you think about it, who's the only person you have not seen in the game? That is not Mukuro. Or actually, you did see Mukuro, but you did not see her in the game.
What are we going off again? Who's the killer? Who is the killer? Who is it? Okay. Someone we've seen but haven't seen. Someone we've seen but we haven't seen. Someone we've seen.
Someone we've seen but we haven't seen. They're both dead and alive at the same time. They were murdered. No,
it was me. It was me the entire time.
Is this...
Okay, I think I
refuse to
get
give up yet.
Do you get it? You just have to connect the points.
Now,
No,
somebody
the
who's
body we
there,
found in the
nobody-
garden was The body's appearance and... Right, Kyoko?
She was 5
Maybe you're
foot
thinking
6
about it
inches.
too hard.
Everything in her profile is
Mukuro
consistent
died
with
at
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir.
I get it. It's Chihiro. It's Chihiro. It's gotta be.
Shoot!
No, it's not Chihiro.
God damn it, fucking the AI. Okay. Someone made it look like they died, but they're still alive. Okay. For a fact, we know that Junko is dead. She is dead. We saw her die. Sakura, she got impaled by fucking 20 different spears.
But are you sure that was Junko?
We saw her die.
Yes, but are you sure that was Junko? What I'm saying is, was her identity
Here's my
who
answer.
she actually was it?
Junko is still alive.
Are you sure?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro
are
is
you-
undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other
Raymond.
But we saw her get impaled.
Actually,
she died right before our very eyes.
No, that's not Junko. That is Fenrir. That is Murkrow.
Yeah, that is Mukuro.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been
dressed as Junko Inazuma.
But you yourself confirmed she...
She was dead.
So...
It must be...
Then you're withdrawn.
I know you gave it your...
This case hasn't been... You haven't given up already.
No!
That's all well and good. But how do you... Junko, absolutely...
Then both of them are dead, right?
I think we need to look at... Let's assume Junko is still alive.
Junko is absolutely dead. Mukuro is absolutely dead. But there can only be one dead body of the two.
Hangman's Gambit. I'm trying to think about this. So then they're trying to say who is alive.
They're trying to say what came up. How is it possible? How is it possible that Junko?
Smash random letters together, brother. We just
Put the D first. D is first.
Okay,
I think you can get the rest.
It's duplicate. It's a duplicate. Hey. It was a double. It was a double. It was Fidel Castro. Give me a D. Come on.
Is it not D?
What?
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh,
replicate.
I guess we used the wrong word.
Replicate. Replace. Replaced.
Now I understand.
You know you can slow down time.
That's it. What if she switched
places?
I never knew that.
That's right. Before the spears could kill specifically,
Then that would make it Mukuro's.
which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mook.
I don't know anything about this. That had to be Junko who got...
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they... Right when she was about to die?
Good point. So maybe the whole...
They have switched what? Yes, that's when they... Then they wouldn't have had to switch. After all, the one we...
Hold on. It's actually Mook...
I had like a normal...
When we first met, So Mukuro could have simply... And we never would have known. That would easily allow the two of them...
Wait! But Junko never had any tattoos.
She could have hidden it with found. If she did, it likely melted. Plus, there were the fake nails. They were the same fake red nails.
But...
Correct. Even if there was no... So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to fix... But too bad for you, Monokuma.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan.
The reason such an elaborate plan was...
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair. In other words, it would be fair to say...
What's wrong?
I think he's just afraid. Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have...
And why haven't you been saying...
Because it's a bunch of nonsense.
Then why did you try and
I tried to protect... When did I do...
In what other part did he hide Junko's identity?
shoot?
No, not the controller. Oh, okay, yeah, it was the controller. Or no, I don't know. I think
Shoot!
Well, Nathan, looks like this is the end of the game. You know, this is... He fought Nixon, he dies.
Is this really the end for all of us? I refuse to give up yet! Two of them? What? Yes, if that's... Then they wouldn't have had to...
They were the same fake...
What? So, in other words, it would be...
What's wrong?
I think he's afraid. Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only...
And why haven't you been...
Because it's a bunch of no...
Then why did you try...
I tried to pretend... When did I...
Was it places to check? Because he switched it off.
no. It was before everything happened. It was before everything happened.
Junko's... Before, Murkro's murder, right? Oh, you're right, buddy. You know, you're right. You're right.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews... You made sure I couldn't finish what is because you didn't want me...
Oh, yeah! If everyone...
And with Makoto, it would have been totally obvious.
That whole power outage thing...
Reload button. Remember to reload.
Punishment is waiting for you. I'm not listening. What are you even talking about? Punishment is waiting for you. I'm not listening. What are you even talking about? Punishment is waiting for you. That's impossible! I'm not listening! What are you even talking about?
Not the interview off the DVD. Where
That's
she
impossible!
did not show her face where beside the DVD.
This should prove it. The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. I noticed it just a little while ago. In all the photos, there's a... What's so in...
Oh, yeah, she's always got her face covered.
I got it! Junko's face.
I see it
The
now.
one thing common to every...
I see.
It's hard to believe her face would just... And on top of that, so in other words, with all that in mind, there's no... Which is why you had to have pictures, because if we could have seen her face, that the Junko in the pictures, Xanadu!
Xanadu? What? What does it mean by Xanadu?
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places.
So she killed Mukuro,
seriously,
who had
what does
taken her place, making it look like she'd died.
Is this
And
some
the real
Gento Kouken
Junko
story?
No, this is the real.
is still...
And she's the one behind this whole... She's the true mastermind. Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crime.
No, wait! Hold on!
Nathan? Yeah, you were saying?
Don't bother trying to deny
So
it.
now we know who the true mastermind is.
But the question...
There's no more room for debate. You don't have... I'll prove
Just for
everything.
this thing.
Right now!
To prove a point.
Okay. Boopity, boppity, bop.
I don't know.
The killer is you! We met the ultimate fashionista, but that wasn't the girl we saw before us was and that girl's name? But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Junko and her body was kept in the biolab until Junko decided to... Junko dragged the body out of the biolab. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive. So she put on a mask. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at them, then she put the same... This was all to make us think the person who attacked me, and she wanted us to believe the murder... Finally, by strapping a bomb to the... She needed to hide the body. She had to make sure we didn't find out this is the truth behind... And the one who carried it all out is... the real Junko and That's the whole story behind this.
What? Are you...
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Such an elaborate plan from the beginning. We were all playing fools. Had we banded together to destroy the real Murkrow?
Come on! It's time you finally reveal...
It's not like you're an endangered species.
Give it up, Junko.
Oh. Did you really think this story... Wrong!
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
God.
The Junko from the beginning, or who Mukuro was, she had freckles and her eyes were gray.
If you swear your fealty to us, we've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you... Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think it's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of... Anyway,
Okay.
Looks like I've finally been set having to play Monokuma. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Huh? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas.
I feel like...
I got it! That's right. It was before I ever... And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory.
So I was... Then what you told...
Sometimes a little lie is necessary.
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But two people can never become one, as not even if they're twins. I know, it's such a cliche, right? So basically, Mukuro, the older sister, tough and proud. That was
Me! Junko, and together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the... She's like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get... But if you're too... Oh, that again? You have any... Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same question. Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Together, then it didn't matter what Mukuro did. She would not have been killed.
But if she was your twin...
And for reasons deeper and...
Well, I suppose for my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from the so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma. But after looking at the situation, I determined because naturally, she turned leaving me behind to run off and join some band. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest. I could have let her work alongside me, but besides, 15 students, of course. The fact that she was the ultimate soul. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously ranked, it was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the... Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status, and that's, sadly, her inability to match my personality. She was nothing more than a bit player, and being the utter disappointment that she was, which is precisely why I killed her. Well, no, of course not.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
I thought Toko had problems.
If I planned everything out and you just so... I changed things just a bit and decided to use...
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-side... Just as I when Mukuro was killed...
So you think... Well, you're right! There's no way but she did teach you all of it.
How can you talk like you sacrificed your...
What? I sacrificed her? Jeez. Miss, we were the ultimate despair, you know? No, I felt despair as long as I can remember. When I was born, so that's why for us, it's not a big deal. We're just those kinds of people. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and...
So you just murdered your own...
That's not true at all. We were twins. That's why it gets me so... Killing my precious sister. That act is filled with so much despair. It's like super. It just feels so...
What the hell is wrong with you?
Even Heroes is like, what the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister too. And after all, to be murdered, she must have died feeling such... I'm so...
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for...
You're saying I don't compare to some... So I'm hopelessly attractive. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate hero.
No, I don't think there's...
Yeah, Master's way more perfect.
Don't you mean...
What did you just say?
You still haven't figured that you haven't even solved all the mysteries.
Are you talking about...
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one?
what's wrong with her.
Maybe you should solve the riddle of your damn straight. That's exactly then.
Alright, then let's just get straight to the...
When the group pictures were taken,
I got it! It must have...
No fair!
Your brains are like sponges. All the memories you lost. Share something.
Shoot! I got it! You're talking about the motives.
So you do remember after all. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific... Yep, you got it. So that when Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme?
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you
Ding,
present.
ding, ding. You got each video showed the total destruction of... For example, I ruined all those relationships. It was to motivate your desire to escape, but still, what a cruel...
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm...
Okay. Time for so...
What was the second? It was Mondo that died. Oh, Chihiro.
Chihiro murder.
I got it!
It was a secret.
It was.
Yeah, reveal a secret.
Hey, Makoto got it right again! Embarrassing memory. And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect...
So, how...
Relax, relax. So, what?
The third one. Oh, great. It was
I got it!
because she
It
wanted
was
to
money. What?
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you...
I bet
Goddamn straight it was money!
So fake.
Celeste killed Hifumi and her greed led to all kinds of...
What's the point of all this?
Don't worry, now. Can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's
I got it! In her case...
precisely. Once I revealed Sakura's betrayal. Anyway, it looks like you and...
But what's the point? What me...
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right?
The most notable... But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist. In fact, there are as many... They compel humans to kill each other. This is what we refer to as...
Seed of dis-
Just as water, air, and food promote... And that nourishment is two sides of the same coin. Divided...
How much longer is this stupid... Weren't we discussing our missing memory?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing... What I'm trying to say is this... You see, by taking away your memories, of course that hope nearly existed.
How could taking away someone's...
And plus, you haven't...
Is that so? The mere fact that that's what you want...
What are you talking...
If none of you wanted to escape this school, that is why we took your memories. So that you...
The only reason we want to leave is...
Correct the moon!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave.
What? Why the hell would having our memory...
But it's not enough. I put so much effort into create, so just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings... Then her... Okie dokie. Like I'd like for you to...
You mean the so something really did...
Now are you interested in what I have? See your face? Now behold! This is the outside world you've...
I swear if it's destroyed, what?
New world order, new world
Dangerous. The world is grown.
What are you talking about? None of this makes...
This is a scene from what you just saw. All
The world has been taken over.
that world is locked away within. If you can't remember.
Better kick your brain in the ass! I don't remember! Ain't a fucking for the final class!
Happening. My God.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but... when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the... meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
All of your
I
bullets.
mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have? Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened? Outside!
You want us to remember or whatever, but... when it... comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand.
Do you not get
a
it?
damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but
Did everyone
what am I supposed to be remembering?
Everyone really lose their memory?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
They have two different memories.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but... when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but
In this
what am I
case, it's
supposed
not
to be
really.
remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have? Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us? I don't understand.
What's the meaning? Is this another one of...
I mean, you're telling me, what am I supposed to be...
Nobody can remember anything.
God.
No, what's wrong? Actually, the other token. Two of them share certain kinds of knowledge.
I see. Then even if one personality's for...
What do you say, Tope?
Are you No! Absolutely.
Toko.
It's me!
Boy, she just...
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know anything about...
Huh? What?
The video that's...
Who the hell are you?
Oh,
Oh, nice to meet you!
nice to meet you.
That's enough! Just...
Aye, aye! Roger, you...
Well?
I don't have all the details. Of course it!
Then you remember all the
one to say the following genocide jail.
So you didn't lose your
Then why didn't you? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. Oh my god, she's the one.
More importantly, if you...
Huh? What's the matter, Master?
Tragedy?
Oh no! Seriously?
Just answer the question!
Well, I can't really say if it happened, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic.
Why is that phrased?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the
world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself.
Copy that? Done. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy. Heck, it was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale. I guess you could say what happened, but it was more on the level of a world. Either way, there's no doubt that it was and as a result, and basically, the world turned out the way it did. And
that's all there is to it?
Well, it just so happens I don't know. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time.
We already did, and she didn't know.
I couldn't live.
Okay, that's enough of your little whatever happened. It doesn't matter. The end justifies the means. Everything, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
So you're telling me? Oh my god, I said this before, somewhere in my line of thinking, but the world has ended.
What was it?
The world has ended.
Yeah.
So
By
outside.
the tragedy.
So outside
is a world of despair.
is people fighting, killing each other.
Yes, a world of despair.
How can the world just...
Calm down.
Great
It's okay.
world.
Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway.
Oh, come on. Now...
Well, as long as we're being it's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which is...
What?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an...
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Oh my god, this must be the most saddest thing for Byakuya. Just look at all these options.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't.
I just got so fucking bored. Wait, even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right?
So, no matter what you pick, you get there.
But do you think it might be a disease?
Anyway, like I was saying.
What?
I can confirm that his entire family has died.
Stop with these...
Stop! And said with such a thought, you must learn your place, peasant.
They couldn't possibly be gone.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? You got fucked before you...
Hold on.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that I mean, we only can't. If some kind of world-ending event, how do you explain the totally
Have you mistaken? Well, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before. Well, yeah. Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago Huh? Well, I mean, you guys all...
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, and the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I...
Now, answer us!
Shoot! I got it! If we accept that, then we've all lost our memories of the...
Nope.
Another...
Seriously?
We've lost 2 years worth... That's right. You've already spent and that entire period of time.
I don't remember the last...
Okay, so if this is in the right context, so the rest of the games take place in the world they live in, which means the world has already ended when the other two games take place, right?
The second game, yes, and the spin-off, yes, but not the third game. The third game is weird. The third game is like in some alternate dimensions shit.
Okay, so the first two games in the spin-off, they take place after the world ended. So,
yes, after the world ended.
So in Danganronpa 2, people know that the world has ended, right?
The main characters?
Yes.
No, the main characters do not remember, but you'll see if you play the second one, you'll see why. It's kind of the same case where they don't remember.
Years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong! Hero, there's something I'd like. This notebook right.
Huh?
I found it in the lock if you don't mind.
Sure, whatever you want.
Good job, Hero.
What's that? Is that the...
It's kinda This is apt, but how is this? I don't know.
It looks like you actually, but somehow...
Lies! It's all...
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for...
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it.
Think of the old... So, think of this as this. You'll figure out more in Danganronpa 2, but there are two sisters, the Ultra Despair sisters, which are Mukuro and Junko. Junko is the leader of the Ultimate Despair, right? However, what they call the Ultimate Despair is basically a giant terrorist group that fucks the...
Basically, this entire terrorist cell group fucked up the world.
Yes.
That's what they mean by the tragedy?
Yes, the tragedy is basically this terrorist group. It's one single event that happened 1 year ago. But the Hope's Peak Academy is the center of it all, and then the world resulted from it.
What happened?
But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of
After seeing all the evidence, do you have...
You're just so desperately dark? The mystery... Shit, man! I've never been to...
2 years of school life. How many fun classes? How many? And on top of that, the biggest, most awful, right before everyone's eyes, you absorbed all that despair. And once you've forgotten, you made the choice. Oh, and there's one other thing.
Actually, never mind.
What?
We are bored of everyone always talks big, declaring all this world is just so desperately...
What are you talking?
In a way, to give yourself over so completely to such
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourself!
Figure out where your memories come apart.
Shoot! I got it! The moment I lost my memory. When I first came to the gate, when I passed out.
Wow! You still have enough spirit to keep... So, I don't know much about the details,
your sense of time got all messed up? I guess it must have been something.
After I passed out. I assumed not much time had passed.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
Junko's the leader.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
She can have her goons give her whatever she wants.
So basically, she controls the world?
Basically, yeah.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Gone. Which means, of course...
The world is in despair.
When everyone met for the first time, unaware of this fact, you...
But by that point, we'd already... That's what those photos reveal.
Yep, you were all such close friends. You spent, and it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic...
You're the one who set things up to...
I love you all.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought it's only natural that I would...
So, since I love you guys so much, all about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Let's go back in time 2 years back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year. Oh boy, it was just the... Everyone was enjoying themselves so much.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only... Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered us so... The biggest, most awful... All too soon, the world's days of... And as you can imagine, the school, the tragedy even made its way here, leading to...
What? The most tragic event in human history. I can't believe it's all because of just... Was it some kind of organization?
You have a point. If I had... It was none of those. How can I put it? Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like... Everyone is capable, and now the entire world.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy,
I just don't understand.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent and...
Okay. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak...
And then, something super... Now pay attention, because this is... So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually... Do any of you know who that...
I got it! Could only been... He wanted to turn the school to protect us. That's why he asked us to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could...
Yeah, the headmaster...
And because we had that... That's why we all agreed.
But creating the shelter...
Yes.
It's laughable, really. He was the head. He had no idea that we... So what was supposed to be... became a cave.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked up. Under the headmaster's direction, you all...
You mean... And then you forgot all about it, and started
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, and thus...
Me and Mukuro had come here.
That moment where you all began killing each other.
And the only reason you survived the...
You let us live?
Why?
Because this was rather... It was a method to hunt down and destroy...
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little... So I thought I should show them.
Sorry to slow down time.
Now I understand.
This is the Cell game.
You're talking about you hijack.
To show the world the murders taking place at this school.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, the world watched as you fell into despair is as contagious as any...
Isn't, by the way, since we started broadcast...
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed... I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch. But in the end, I was able...
So you just used us?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like...
Give and take?
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive. I mean, we built up 2 years of...
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more.
And that's the truth. Which is what you wanted, right? You solved the mystery, but despair...
Oh, come on.
I like Makoto's like, you're
Did
so
you
full of
seriously
shit.
count on the possibility that we...
And if we did, our final desire for creating this world of despair, if you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to how would you react?
See? Discovering the truth.
Truth can be full of despair, too!
Not to mention, all those... I mean, with the world have meanings? We've been murdering each other?
And think about it. You chose to...
We weren't just random strangers either.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Get it? You're totally awesome, right? So help us!
A peasant begging for his life?
But I'm sorry to say, all I want is despair. And since there's no reason, there's no argument, no understanding.
Wait, hold on. You've just... But there's no real reason for us...
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, so I don't acknowledge it.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth, in other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat, right? If so...
Are you saying you won't accept the truth? Well, you better not. You can trust me. I'm not lying.
Well, I refuse to give in. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I didn't kill anyone.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! It's murder! You stole our memories, invented reasons. It's all your...
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, but we don't have much time left to keep up the...
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. Oh, and also, since this will be the last...
What?
You guys so full of hope, I've decided to have you vote which one. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish
It's just...
Oh, but don't worry.
Even if you don't, you've still got the...
It's okay. Nobody would act...
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. You'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing.
You mean...
We'd have to just...
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not that, then go ahead and punish me.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what...
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an... What?
Do you mean to say you'll execute...
And I get to decide who's gonna have... Makoto!
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all...
So let me make this clear. If a single person votes for hope, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must...
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Don't you have faith in...
No!
It's okay. You're right. It would seem all of those around you have realized the...
Basically, this is like a
The academy, yeah. Yeah, basically.
Right? It's so beautiful. You're lovely.
Besides, Yoko, you could... What? I mean, the headmaster's... That's why he tried to trap you all. The
go! One person's despair is enough to seal your fate! Isn't that just the
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Who's...
No one. We're not gonna lose!
So boring. Well, that's fine. Then let's just... It's time for the final vote. And you're stupid.
I have to make them remember.
Huh?
We won't give up!
Make them remember.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
I could destroy my own
If I were
thing.
to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Remember, Raymond, what the true answer is.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air
It's
purifiers
not
in
any
the
of the
physics
books,
lab.
Raymond. What is the answer to this spell?
I
If I
understand.
die, the purifiers will
I
screech to a
understand.
halt. In
I
other words,
understand everything,
as soon as I die, the communal
understand.
life you've all been living will come to an end. All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside,
You have to make
where
everyone
only
else remember.
death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
You know
that
the
would be
answer.
the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Hero.
Don't
Snap
lose
out.
hope now!
All my fortune-telling
Snap out of
senses are telling me not to... to
Wake
live.
up, hero.
Move
Clap,
so even
clap.
if it's hard. Even if... I want to keep on living. I want to open the... So that's why. No matter what. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Snap out of it.
Don't lose hope now!
I've been thinking, and I was thinking... you only get stronger by taking adversity by the horn. That sounds like something she... No. Which is why I... Yeah!
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
That would be the end. By the way,
the only reason we're
is thanks to the air purifier. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt.
As long as
In other
there's
words,
Robo Jack.
as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Don't lose hope now!
I don't care either way. I'm fine. Actually, I may not look like it. Hell, no matter how I look. Oh,
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were,
the only
I
reason
know he's
is
taking
thanks to
over
the
the
air. Say
world.
whatever you
He's
want. If I
fighting
die.
against you guys.
In other words, the
He's
communal
fighting
life you've... I
against
can keep
despair.
on living as long as I have my mind.
all of you will have to leave.
Ra is the epitome of
You'll
hope.
have to go into the world outside,
He is
where
dumb.
only death and despair are waiting.
Snap out of it, Yakia.
Don't lose hope
Your
now.
lineage might be family annihilated, but you can still continue.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to...
Yeah, make a... with
Ridiculous.
hope, you know.
It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I just have to keep my word. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead.
Right.
Because I'm
right.
still...
You're still alive.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than
Jakia.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
That would be the end. By the way,
Greater
the
than
only
the
reason is thanks to the say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all... I can keep on living! All of you will have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
so what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Don't lose hope now.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't. But even if we're just connected, that he would never want us to abandon. I can't explain why exactly. Just because we don't actually. Could it be? No, never. So I don't think you wound up at this school because I think you came here for a. You came here to bring down the. You came here to. And if that's true, I.
What the hell are you? So your stupid faces. The stupid. It's all so Shut up! Shut up! Labeling.
Oh boy.
You suck! So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you? You're gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. So uncool. You're unbearable.
That's it. Hope is gone. There is no more hope left.
Is this really?
This is the end.
I refuse to give up yet.
If I am the ultimate hope, that is my true calling.
I will destroy you, she-devil.
You banshee.
So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. Suffer from despair. No. You suck. So uncool. You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. So uncool. You're unbearable. Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is
Hope
pointless.
will never die.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
Hope will never die. As long as we have
I refuse to give up. I refuse to give. I refuse because all I have going for me.
What's happened?
It's over, Junko. Inoshima. In the end, it matters.
It's all over.
Now
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever.
Good. I'm
Let's put an end to these trials with our own.
Do we finally get to see the outside world though? Did they finally show us that besides what's on the video?
You'll see. With our own bacon hands.
The hell?
Indeed.
Well, that's... What the heck? Well, that's totally the... So this is... And now I... True despair... And now I... True despair... Huh?
Anyway.
Totally the best!
Not possible. Don't make me repeat myself.
okay.
He's just over to his side.
Hey.
Hero the hero.
However.
No. There's one last... It's fine.
It can't be.
Stop it! How many times do I... Don't get in my... So this is how even a tenth of this despair... I want every last soul. I want the entire world to... Okay. I've reserved an extra spec. Let's give it everything we've got.
There, the mastermind has finally been broken. Chapter 7. Activate.
Hey. Makoto.
So...
Indeed.
If, on the other hand,
I will force you out, ensuring...
In other words...
But...
The ultimate lucky student turned into
It's
the
true.
ultimate hope.
Yes.
My beautiful scissors!
That's enough.
Anyway...
But...
For serious?
In other words... Am I wrong?
You got it.
Hey.
Okay.
Could it be? How about that? Whoa!
The Togami Dynasty.
Makoto.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we...
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told?
You know how much I hate being annoyed. But if I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening.
I don't know why, but I might be able to pull it off.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened.
I guess we...
They press the button, right? And the machine guns gun them down. Yo, I'll be laughing my ass off if the machine guns just gunned them down, dude. The ultimate hope.
That is the end of the game. But there is something at the ending. How does it feel, Raymond? To be put into a killing game.
Anything that I learned from this is that we were just a bunch of savages, man. I mean, look at us. We killed each other. For what? It was already the end of the world.
It was already over.
What did we do? We prolonged the inevitable. Yeah, all of their lives, what it used to be, would never come back again. Taka, where are you? We need the ultimate compass. Togami dynasty will be who will be there to write anime? It's gone. It's gone, Nathan. The world is without anime. It's lost. It's lost to time. It's lost the morals.
All my fanfic gone.
Non-existent. What was with the pickaxe in Mondo though?
What do you mean?
There was a pickaxe in the shed that said Crazy Diamond on it.
Put you off.
What?
It was just there to distract you.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a red herring. To lead you away from the truth. Mondo butter.
And the Mondo brothers.
Mondo butter. The greatest butters. Exotic butter.
Exotic butters. Exotic butter. Eggs Benedict.
How do you think Mondo butter would taste?
I don't know. Since it's made out of human fat, it must be the best thing out there.
It must be the choicest of meats.
It's an exotic butter. It's exotic. No.
Things are getting... Like I said at the beginning, I am your headmaster.
There you go, Raymond.
So what happens?
During what?
So what's... I'm just gonna close down.